Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am, again, working in my Disney Fantasy Cruise album, and I am playing along with 30 Days of Sketches. Today, this one was by Jackie Ashton. It is a one photo sketch with a 4x4 photo. However, I am actually going to be using two photos. I don't know if I'm going to cut this down to a 4x4 yet. This is the name of the bar that we did the wine tasting in, and these are each of the wines that we tasted. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, this layout comes together pretty quickly. There's not a whole lot of journaling or anything like that. I do have more pictures. Remember how I talked about yesterday how I have a lot of pictures of a lot of different things, and I was going to kind of do like maybe a focal layout and then throw a bunch of pictures on the following pages. That is what the plan is. So this is going to be the first page of the wine tasting that we did. I've pulled out the Pinwheels stencil from Scrapping Reflections, which I really think I need to rename the Stabby Arrows stencil because that is what I think about it as. Because when the laser cuts the stencil, what is left behind is a bunch of stabby arrows. I am just going to throw some blue ink through the stencil. Not worrying about anything looking too fabulous. It is just kind of a little bit of a layer in the background that you might look at it and not even notice, but if it wasn't there, you would definitely feel like something was missing. I'm also going to grab some chroma mist in the blue violet color, and I'm going to sprinkle that around the layout as well. I'm going to do kind of a tone on tone with this wood grain background and place it right over top of a lot of that stuff I just stenciled and splattered on. And that is not stressing me out. I am completely good with it. I decided that I needed a little bit of washi tape, like a little bit of something. So I'm using this kind of treasure map washi tape. I actually don't know if it's a treasure map or just a regular map, but in my head it's a treasure map. So that's the way I am going to go for it. I've got this 6x8 sheet of paper that came from some Simple Stories Stay Cheese collection. I'm not exactly sure which one, but the other side is not something I would scrapbook with, so this pattern side definitely is. Side note, I've got the Disney stuff really figured out where I want it to live and how I want it to be organized. And now the great debate is, do I put it back onto my shelves or do I still keep it on a cart? I am not entirely sure yet, you guys. I have not made that final decision, but it'll be shortly made, and then I will be able to share it with you guys. So like I said in when I kind of introduced this layout to you, the bar was called Ooh La La, and these are the wines that we tasted. I say we tasted, and by we, I mean me. Christopher did join me. He did a great showing of being there, but he let me drink all the wines, so it was pretty awesome. Our sommelier was really amazing. He taught us about all kinds of things that I had no idea about wine. He talked about the legs of wine. He talked about how you can kind of differentiate and kind of like narrow down where a wine came from without tasting it. I don't have that kind of palate, you guys. I can tell you, yeah, I like that. No, I don't. But I would never be able to say, oh yeah, this came from the south of France. Like, I don't know that. But it was really awesome, and he laid a lot of wine knowledge down on us, and it was just a really cool experience. I would do it again, not just for the wines, but for the experience of it, and to have someone lay that kind of knowledge down on you. It's just pretty fascinating, right? Like it was pretty cool. All right, now I'm going to finish decorating this page. I am going to use one of these pinwheels. These are definitely cruise themed. They are made with a kind of circular pop foam on the back of them, but that really puts the layout as huge. And the pinwheels are given a good amount of height off the layout anyway. And it's basically the only thing that is giving height on this layout. So I am going to pull off that pop foam. I put a punched out Mickey head on there. And then I'm actually going to throw a flower on there as well. And then you'll see me try to throw a flower on up in the upper right hand corner to kind of give it that that little bit of decoration that's in the sketch. I love that little bit of decoration. When I do an L-shaped layout like this, there are plenty of times that I actually do the little decoration up there in the corner. I threw a little flower up there to kind of give it like a placeholder so that I could kind of picture it in my head and figure out if that was actually something I wanted to have up there, and it wasn't. It felt like it did not belong there. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like a little bit big and a little bit too much. So I will say that with the pinwheel, I did squish it down and flatten it a little bit more than it actually is. It sticks about like 1/4 of an inch off the page, and now it sticks kind of like 1/8 of an inch. So not as big and lumpy bumpy, as though I really don't mind lumpy bumpy pages, but I felt like since it was just this one element, it needed to be smushed down a little bit. All right, you guys, that is going to do it for this layout. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.